Pro Football Hall of Famer Tim Brown is in Sacramento this week, not just as a Raiders legend, but as a community leader making a real impact. Through his organization, 911 for Kids, he's helping recognize everyday heroes and mentoring the next generation. And he's here for two major events, the California State 911 Heroes Awards at the state capitol and a special mentor minicamp for disadvantaged youth at the CHP Academy. And Tim Brown joins us right now in the studio. Good morning, sir. Thanks for waking up with us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Good to have you. So let's just talk about, for the folks that may not be aware of this, the 911 for Kids program, what it is and what inspired you to get involved with it.
Yeah, well, how long made me get involved? Way back in 1993, came in the locker room yelling and screaming my name like, Elise Kim is going to call you, answer the phone. I was like, yes, sir. But it's the best thing that ever happened to me. I got a chance to meet a whole bunch of kids. And when we came up with this program in the late 90s, it was really the program that I wanted. My opportunity to put my hands on kids and to be able to direct them in a way that we want them to go and let them know that people out there care about them.
What is it exactly? How are you impacting these kids?
Yeah, so we're having a mentor mini camp, and we hide the mentorship with the football, right? You know, you say a football camp and all these kids want to come. Well, you know, not so much. You know, we throw the football around a little bit, but this thing is all about getting the mentors around them. You know, CHP officers are some of the mentors. You have CHP. You know, you have other people around the CHP who are mentors also. So that makes it a good program for everybody.
And what really stands out to me is the people that it's impacting. We're talking about sometimes disadvantaged youth,
yes,
people that may not have a father figure in their life.
Yeah, well, you know, initially that's what we wanted. We wanted kids who were fatherless, didn't have a good male role model around, because if not for that, I would be a different person, right? You know, have my dad, have my brother, having my uncles, popping me in the back of the head any chance they got, no matter how many touchdowns I scored. So that's the kids we wanted. Now we have young ladies out there, so it's a beautiful thing. But we want these kids to come out and just have a good time and surround them with good people who care about them again.
That's great. Talk about the Heroes Awards a little bit.
Yeah, we had that yesterday. And to me, this is probably the most special part of the whole deal. Yesterday we didn't have one of the young kids, but we had one of the dispatchers who a young girl called and she was being trafficked and she was in the car with the person.
Oh wow!
And she was able to, through codes,
through signals because
and got help. So I mean, it was a beautiful thing. And then we honored a dispatcher who helped with the situation in Tahoe with the on the water that happened last summer. So yeah, I think when you can give dispatchers they're never in front.
Right.
They're always behind the scenes. And now we're bringing them up front, and they're all nervous. We put all these awards around them and hats and T-shirts and
they're
stuff.
Kind of the unsung heroes in the operation.
But they look forward to this, and they're crying, and they're very happy about the opportunity to say thank you, to have the opportunity to help people.
That's incredible. How have the kids responded to the camp that you're holding?
Again, they love the camp, right? We're only out there for a couple hours. We're throwing the football around. I'm hitting them in the back of the head, with balls and all that kind of stuff.
Naturally.
They love it, And again, we're hiding the mentorship with the football camp, but it's a beautiful thing. We love doing it.
Are you still following the Raiders?
I don't know if my shoulder can
Oh, really?
The older I get, the balls are starting to come out like this.
Hey, I'm sure the Raiders Nation would sign you up in a heartbeat right now if they had the choice. Do you still follow the game, still follow the Raiders?
Yeah, no doubt about it, yeah.
Is there any hope that you can instill in the fan base right now? Because it's struggling times right now.
Well, let me say this. I really believe this. And I told the GM this when I was there for the draft. I believe this is the best offseason they had in 30, 35 years.
Oh, why is that?
Because when you look at the guys who they brought in, the center, the receiver that they brought in, the DBs that they brought in, the linebackers that they brought in, and then with the draft that they had, I really think I told them since they drafted me, this is probably the best offseason that they've had.
We'll take any optimism we can get.
No, look, you have the players here now. Now the guys got to go out and play.
Yeah.
You're making all this money, you're doing all these great things, but now you have to go out and play. You can't put all this on for that, though, right? Your great Al Davis used to say, you win games by blocking and tackle. Well, the last time I checked, a quarterback doesn't block or tackle, right? So other people around him have to do great things in order for the team to win.
Something tells me if you threw on the silver and black still, you could walk out through that tunnel and
I would have to play fullback now. That's a problem. I couldn't play receiver.
Hey, but it's great what you're doing. I'm so excited that you're shining a spotlight on the community. You're really doing great for the community after your career. So
Thank you.
it's good to see.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, Tim Brown, the legend.